Welcome everybody to Tekchen Choling. Hello, hello. I was going to make some announcements before we get started. So we have many activities coming with Rinpoche here. We have them up on the screen. Many Dharma teachings. So for this week, he'll be doing another Teaching Friday right here, Managing Our Emotions. Also on Saturday morning, special teaching that Rinpoche recommended is what you can do for someone who has passed away. So that would be a great one, I think. On Sunday, there's a special teaching at Eastern Art Yoga Studio, which is near the Westcott area. It's a collaboration. They invited us to go over there, and it'll be a teaching for the veterans, I believe. But everyone is welcome to join us there. It'll be at 3 p.m. We also are doing a special fire puja. So this is like an offering and purification ritual. This is going to be at a Mill Run Park in Manlius, Sunday morning, 9:30. All are welcome to come and join us. And special animal blessing that day. So Rinpoche will be blessing all animals. You can bring your pets and come hang out. Hopefully it's not too cold. Also next week we'll be having more Dharma teachings here. One on Wednesday, Zen and me. One on Sunday with some meditation from Anne. Special music instrument class for those interested in playing the instruments for our pujas. I know some of you guys come to our pujas. So that'll be taught by Geshe Tinley and also Geshe Lama Punsok, who will be coming from Singapore. So they'll be leading that, and I think if you guys are interested in learning how to play some of the Tibetan instruments, that would be cool to come. That'll be here. Also, Medicine Buddha Puja on Saturday for next week, the 18th. And we'll be doing a special, it's kind of a video presentation and Dharma talk that Rinpoche will be doing at Art Rage Gallery. It's going to be on the 17th on a Friday. This one will be interesting. He'll be showing, a Tekchen Choling story, how it all began, also his personal experience growing up and how, he came to Buddhism and to being a Dharma teacher. Also, everyone is welcome to come to that Art Rage Gallery in Syracuse. And we'll be closing out with the great Green Tower Empowerment. For those interested, that will be Saturday, November 25th at 10 a.m. That'll be here at the temple. Green Tower Empowerment. Please come if you can. I think it's great to receive the blessings from Rinpoche. Okay. Right, I hope everyone has a prayer book. Tree will be leading the prayer soon. Thank you. Oh, one more thing. If you guys want to make any offerings, Rinpoche did recommend making candle offerings, make some light offerings. They're at the front when you come in at that foyer area. There's some candles. You can leave a $5 or $10 donation. There's a little box there. And he strongly recommends making light offerings. And you can place them at the altar here. Okay. So while there's time, you can go ahead and do that now if you like. We still have some time before Rinpoche arrives.
Okay, so we're going to begin with the prayers before teaching. on page 5. Oma Hung, Oma Hung, Oma Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. Om Smara Smara Vimanasara Mahajava Hung. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. Page 6. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Aryan Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Aryan Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Aryan Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all the numberless kind mother sentient beings from the unimaginable oceans of samsaric sufferings and lead them to peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. I don't know this one. Purification of obstacles, honey. Page 11? Okay, we'll just go forward to page 11. Oh, oh, we do. Sorry. Okay.
Dadam Shame Shame Shamadi Shame Daru Angara Mangari Magata Taru Taru Varidi Arude Vishu Dari Maria Lidi Magada Bayadora Guri Darani Kumari Barana Mogere Mogere Shamine Shamede Savara Karada Banda Nani Enevide Savara Barana Vikunita Marana Pashana, Sidana Padana Budana Buddha Mudra, Anada Marana Pashada Pashada, Vashali, Savada Mara de Kamani.
Thank you. What page are we on? Okay. I prostrate to the gathering of dakinis of the three places coming from the supreme holy site of space enjoying, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation and regard practitioners as their offspring. Om Ka Samaratsa Shada Samarape Tayata Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Soha. Through the power of the great truth of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they become pacified. May all the evils such as enemies, obstacles, and hindrances and adverse conditions be pacified. Shantim Kuriye Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse, harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard. Once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajgiri at the Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of the Sangha of monks and a great gathering of the Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time the Blessed One entered the samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. And at the same time, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound prajna paramita, saw in this way. He saw the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said to noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita should see in this way, seeing the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics, there is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas, no eye dhatu, up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu of dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance, up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death. No suffering, no origin, no suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of prajnaparamita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear, they transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the 3 times, by means of prajnaparamita, fully awaken to unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of prajnaparamita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering, should be known as truth. Since there is no deception, the prajnaparamita mantra is said in this way. Tayata om gate para samgate bodhisoha. Thus, Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound prajnaparamita. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound prajnaparamita just as you have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, that whole assembly in the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One.
Yeah, we'll be pausing for a few minutes, and Rinpoche will be arriving shortly.
Tu
please offer 3 prostrations. And if you cannot, you can do 3 bows.
Yeah. Everybody see page number 21, long mandala. Oma, Shingambu, on Benzambu me Wanje Sages Benzarage Chejare Koyo Geko Re Jabo Ra Sha Le Babu Lo Zambule no Palanje Cha Dramenye Le Da Le Ba Ngaya Da Shi Yonde Da Lam Jondo Dramenye Da Dramenye Da Rinpoche Re Pasan Samje Shen De Jiye Ba Mame Baye Lodo Kolo Rinpoche Nobo Rinpoche Zomo Rinpoche Lambo Rinpoche Langbo Rinpoche Dajo Rinpoche Magbe Rinpoche Dejen Baye Bumba Gema Tewa Ma Lu Ma Kama Medo Ma Dugbe Ma Nangze Ma Dejam Nima Dawa Rim Chole Namba Jeve Genze Uzu Lada Me Benjo Puson Tsok Mazawa Meba Zangshe Yede Wongwa Deda Dezawa Dan Gyowa Jeve Pande Lam Tamba Nanda Keba Tuya Lama Losan Doje Cha Chembe Lazo Kodan Jeba Nala Shingang Ewa Gyo Dove Dende Jeze Semje Tamje La To Tsewa Chembe Gone Jinje Sa Jebe Je Cho
Good evening. So now in first part, the ceremonial boring part completed. Yeah, but just for the formality, make offering is important. Offering of respect. What is the offering? The offering of respect. The offering of body, speech and mind. Outer offering, inner offering, secret offering. These are all offerings. So, today's topic, what is Vajrayana? And so, for those who turn up, it means it's something very special reason why you're here, because Vajrayana is not something that many people want to understand, and for many people also cannot understand. Some things are not meant to be understood but experienced. For example, many people can try to say, oh, we can learn many things. Yes, I agree, we can learn many things. But learning is not the same as experiencing. I'm sure by now we all know that. We learn that something is suffering. We learn. But when it hit us, you cannot express it in words but tears. We learn dessert or something is tasty. We learn. But when it put in the mouth and says so nice and blissful, then it also, words cannot express. Only we can make sound. Right? Yummy in my tummy. Right? But you cannot come out the word to express. Oh, only very sweet, very nice, but what? Isn't it? So, what is Vajrayana? Vajrayana is actually everywhere. Vajrayana has its foundations in the teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha. Shakyamuni Buddha's teaching is actually a very radical teaching during his time. During his time, everybody wanted everything to just flow smoothly, go smoothly, follow the rules, follow the crowd. Then everything works. It's only comfortable for those on the top of the food chain and top of the hierarchy. If my ancestors were road sweepers or butchers or laundrymen, is it called laundrymen? Yeah, laundry, or clear the sewer. If my ancestors did that, my father would have to, my grandfather would have to do that, my father would have to do that, I will have to do that, my children all are born into that job. There is no hope to be able to make a change. So Shakyamuni Buddha said, life is suffering. To us today, life is not suffering. I just take a metal bird and sleep in it, right? And eat and sleep in it, and then I appear here in the land of white people. Right? And so, it's easy to say. It's always easy to say, there's a suffering, there's this and that. But we don't see suffering. We don't see suffering because we are not suffering. But we actually do experience suffering, just that we don't want to face it. That's why many of us say many of the social graceful small talk. Hi, how are you? How are you doing today? Do you actually mean it? It's maybe out of courtesy. Oh, hi, how are you? How are you doing today? How's your day today? Like that. Oh, have a nice day. Very nice, very courteous. It's good. But Vajrayana now talk about being intimate first with ourselves. We are not intimate with ourselves. This intimacy means we don't even know ourselves. We don't even love ourselves. We don't even know how to love ourselves. Because since childhood, we learn from our parents the experience that if I don't do what they ask me to do, it's going to be painful or it's going to be suffering, right? So we all grew up thinking that my life is to make other people happy. Do you agree? My life is to make other people happy. So when you have a partner, you want the other person to make you happy. So it is not about being happy ourselves first. In Chinese culture, when people get married, there is a symbol known as the double happiness. They cut it out of red paper and they stick it on the wall. And what does double happiness means? It means one happy person and another happy person join together become double the happiness. Whereas when I look at the influence of Western culture, you complete me. My life has never been so good. With you around, I'm so fulfilled and happy. It lasts only for a while lah. Until they fart in your bed. Right? Until they burp in your face. Right? And stuff like that, right? So, then what happens? Something happens. Why does the nice feeling slowly break up? Because we start to feel, why you do this rude thing in front of me? Because my parents say cannot. If you love me, why you do this to me? Isn't it? Then we learn again. Love is about acceptance. Just like we have to accept our parents' nonsense to us. And now we have to accept our partner's nonsense to us. Isn't it? So what is Buddhism about then? What has it got to do with Buddhism? Lord Buddha taught us not the scriptures. You must understand first, Lord Buddha didn't intend to come and create scriptures to teach us. Lord Buddha went around his whole life exposing the truth. But he was always there with those who were exposing their own truths. I give you a good example. There was this patient, very sick patient, and the doctor couldn't heal the sick patient. Why? Because he only pretended to be a doctor and was from another part of the country. But when he couldn't heal the patient, then I believe it was a child. And so the parents came before the Buddha with the sick child and also the doctor and this and that, right? And then the doctor was like very proud and everything, who is this Buddha and everything. And then you know what Buddha did? Buddha said, yes, let us heal the child with the power of truth. And so Buddha said to the doctor, it is okay that you do not know. But let us say that we do not know in front of the child. And Buddha said, I won't blame you. I'm here with you. And then we do together. And so the word of truth, that's why in our prayers there's always the words of truth. After the offering prayer, right? The offering mantra. There's always this part called the word of truth. This word of truth come from this situation where Buddha said, now let us say before the child, that I do not have the power, even though I may look like a doctor or think I'm a doctor, but I was not trained. I now seek for forgiveness. I admit my faults. I promise not to do again. And I will want to learn how to really be a proper doctor. And so Buddha said, word for word, and then that person also repeated. And the parents also said, oh, Buddha also turned to the parents. You have to repeat, now you have to take care of the child with love, and not have a child but expect the child to become your servant. Start loving your child so the child feels parents' love. Sounds familiar? Same things that go wrong with our lives, isn't it? We meet many people who look like they are already there, but not there. Who look like they are professional, but they're not. Who may project that they know what to do, but they don't. So Lord Buddha said this. When Lord Buddha said this, doctor also feel embarrassed, frightened, and some ashamed. Parents also feel please take incense there. Parents also feel a little bit embarrassed, a little bit frightened, and also embarrassed. And Lord Buddha forgave everybody, told everybody that the main thing is about forgiving ourselves first. But at least we spoke the truth. And so by the power of the truth, may the child recover. And the child recovered almost immediately. So Buddha did not judge us. He guided us and he was with us. So Vajrayana teaching is based on this. The power of truth. The word of truth. So what then now is Vajrayana? Vajrayana is very, for the teaching of Vajrayana is really in our face. For example, may I know your name? Debbie. Debbie, do you remember what you ate today when you were 5 years old?
That was a long time ago, no.
Yeah. So you see, but did you eat when you were 5 years old?
I'm sure.
Right? So the main thing right now is this. Vajrayana means this. Has this aspect where actually it happened, but we forgot. Then we have doubt, and then we reject its reality. But actually, we did. So this is like past life. Do you remember? No. Did it happen? Prove it. You see? So, but now the thing is, we are not so uptight about the idea of past life now. Because the past life is yesterday. The past life is 1 minute ago. Right? Every moment is past, present, future. And when this is in our face, when we have this awareness, when we train, we want to train to have this awareness that we are always within the dance of being in between past, present, and future. And that truth is what we all want to have, the expose about this truth. Because everybody wants to say that. Everybody wants us to think and feel, I surrender everything to a higher being. I'm fated because my life is controlled. Somebody up there already wants me to go through my life like this and that. But we need to understand one very important point. Then why do we need to go to school? Because the early days, there was no school. Right? Somebody ate an apple, and then after that, we all had to come here. Right? Adam, why you eat apple? His name is Adam. Right? We are here because of you, Adam. So anyway, the point here is, what is Vajrayana? We have to first go straight to this vision of asking ourselves, who are you? Have you asked your reflection in a mirror, who are you? Anybody done that? No? Okay. You've done that? Who are you? Why are you here? Okay. Did the reflection reply you? Okay. Is the reflection real? You don't know if the reflect. Every day is different, right? But when you are in front of the mirror, is that reflection real? No, right? How can the reflection be real? Okay. If the reflection in the mirror is real, then the reflection in the water is real. Then you have 100 mirrors, or 100, if you have 100 mirror and 100 basins of water, then it's going to have 100 of you. So which one is real? So what is important for each and every one of us to train right now is this. If we now know that the reflection exists but is not real, right? First we get this point, right? Reflection exists but it is not real. Therefore, do I exist and I'm not real too? Make sense? Because the glass, what is the mirror made of? Glass. The condition of it being very shiny, polished, isn't it? Very shiny, very polished, with a mirror, mercury, right? And all this. So then it becomes a mirror. It is a condition. The mirror is conditioned existence. Right? You need to have all the conditions to be there before it can be made into a mirror. And all the conditions have to be there, then the mirror will continue to exist as a mirror. Make sense? Right? Because if there's an earthquake and it falls, it's no longer a mirror. So everything exists only because there is a condition for it to maintain its existence as such. So similarly, if the mirror is like that, then whatever we see for others is also like that. What is your name? Laura? Are you real?
Only in your mind.
Yes. You are real in my mind. But do you believe you are real?
In my mind.
In your mind. But conditionally, do you exist?
Through conditions, I'm impermanent.
You're impermanent, but conditionally, do you exist? Yes. You do exist. Right? So you see, is it difficult? Is it difficult? It takes some time to ponder. And it's okay if you cannot answer or you are afraid to answer. It's okay. Because these questions are the very foundation of our childhood questions. We ask ourselves, who am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of my life? Right? So that's why I brought two teenagers here. What? Okay. So one is 12 and one is 15, 16, 15. Yeah, one is 12, one is 13 or 12? Huh? 12. Alright? So they are here to, I'm here to make their life exciting. Right? So, then the thing is that we ask ourselves, do we realize that we need to realize one thing? Why do we want to study Buddhism when we can actually forget about so many things? Forget about the situations of our lives and everything. Why do we need to study Buddhism? Should we study Buddhism? How many of you feel we should study Buddhism? We should study Buddhism. You want to study Buddhism? Okay. Studying is good. First have knowledge, then it's like what I say in the beginning of this. We learn, we know, but did we experience it? Okay? So as you can see, this group of people, including me, we're experiencing something called jet lag. But for you, no problem, right? And I have to pretend that I'm very awake. And I have to pretend that I'm really good and really well, right? Actually, I'm like half dead, and 2:30 a.m. I wake up. Oh my gosh. Right? And it doesn't help in the middle of the night that this fire station goes, oh! And it happens regularly, right? And I cannot predict what time it's going to go off, right? So this is what happens, So conditionally, does the sound exist? So did the sound exist? But is it real? It's real. But did it truly exist? No. because now the time has passed. It only exists in the mind that we heard. So now, just now I say study Buddhism. You should study, but you must digest it. Vajrayana Buddhism is about digesting what you have learned. Not so much on just studying and studying and studying and studying. Right? Not so much about studying and studying and studying. Because we all study. Look at how many professors out there. Are they all saints? So many PhDs, in America, right? In Syracuse, so many PhDs, right? You know what I call them? You want to know? So I just mean as a joke, okay? Please don't after somebody come shoot me, okay? Yeah, just say, I learned this when I was in school. PhD means permanent head damage. Because study too much. Okay? Right? Called permanent head damage. Yeah. So that's why I gave up. Okay? And now all the geishis also PhD. Many geishis, yeah. Professor, yeah. Also permanent head damage. Same. Yeah. So now we talk about this. We continue this thing. Interesting subject, and this interesting subject about the Vajrayana part, where we want to talk about the experience. Bear in mind, you may feel frightened after the talk, because you start to doubt, hey, who am I? What am I? Where am I? But that's the fun part, You see, we always, first as kids, right? When we were kids, like them, we went through 12 years old, 15 years old, right? Were we suffering? Yeah. Some suffer, some didn't suffer, right? If you didn't suffer at home, you suffer in school, because other people say that, hey, kid, hey, fat boy. I was called fat boy. Right? Hey, fat boy, go play soccer. I don't know how to play ball games. Right? So I don't understand why everybody running around for a ball. Just go buy a ball, Just go buy a ball. Why everybody chasing a hoo-ha? And then you see the best of camaraderie and the worst of behaviors, Yeah, just go buy a ball. What? Basketball, football, all the ball, Just go buy. You love ball, buy ball. This is what I told my classmates, right? And so everybody gave me. They said in the Hokkien dialect, 这个笑了, means this burger got kaput. Electric shock. So exactly, they said this person became, I think, here. But to me, every time I don't understand, every time why people like to, in Singapore, not sleep to watch World Cup. Like many geishis and all the permanent head damage, all the monks in the university, everybody, whether you're a monk or not monk or monkey, also watch the World Cup. It's war, minus the bullets. Same ego, same pride, same under the banner of this flag, we are this, and everybody selling things. They say that you must belong to someone, somewhere, you must take sides, and you must enjoy it, and you want to find somebody that support you. Support me, I support you. You rub my back, I scratch your back. If not, I slap your face and you kick mine. Okay? It's the same everywhere. So when it comes to understanding the nature of ourself, we need to go back to, we need to start reflecting on our birth, okay, and our childhood as much as possible. Because even though we believe things are impermanent, we study things are impermanent, we study everything is suffering, we study that there is so many things, complicated emotions inside us and each and every one of us, but we don't know how to deal with it. Isn't it? So you know what happens? We all learn things to cover up. Some express themselves through yoga, which, wow, I can do yoga too, you know. Just go hospital after that. Right? Who cannot do yoga? Everybody can do yoga. Right? First, be prepared. You know, then you do some yoga pose and yeah, there are 2 yoga teachers here. Don't play. Or yoga, high yoga practitioners. There's one auntie there, ne? Become yoga yogi. There's another yoga yogi there. All the white hair one yoga yogi. Black hair no need to yoga yogi. Okay? There's a real white hair but dye black, so fake one. Okay? So when we think about all these things, Vajrayana really wants to expose the truth of ourselves to ourselves, that we are hurting inside. That we are hurting inside. And how do we make the world a better place? Is to first make our own world a better place for ourselves. So this is the fundamental, most important thing. Okay? That first we must first intellectually understand this point, and then we go through the motions of, some want to call it meditation, some want to call it breakthrough, some want to call it prayer, so within actual real Vajrayana practitioners, every day we have a very boring thing to do, is to do recitation. Right? Recitation. We have, but not necessarily everybody need to do that. Okay? So we have. And why do we need to do this recitation? It is called using a sandpaper to sand down whatever and whoever we believe we are. Sanding does not remove our existence. Sanding down removes our passive aggression. In actual aggression and passive aggression. Some people are aggressive, but actually fake aggressive, talk loud and everything, look very confident and stuff. Actually inside, not just so, cannot even reach the so yet. You know, when they say, when the hand sign goes like that, 50-50, right? Yeah. How many of us really even 50-50? Me, definitely not 50 now. No, I'm very sleepy. Right? So I always say, oh, who is perfect? Who is perfect? How many of us dare to say we are perfect? But in this imperfect condition, and all of us are we recognize that we are imperfect, and that we are willing to recognize our imperfection and come together and support one another. Isn't that perfect? Perfection in the imperfect world. So just now I said, right? Yoga. Oh, poor boy. It's so sleepy, right? Don't worry. You can stand up and do star jumps. Just jump a little bit and not so sleepy. He woke very good. He woke up 5:30 a.m. and cooked breakfast for us. That's why he is sleepy. So 100 marks for really his effort, isn't it? So by now sleepy, natural. You cannot say that, oh, he's yawning, and then you say, oh, why are you yawning? Yawn, lah. Just yawn. Right? Tired? Feel tired? Recognize that you are tired, and it's okay. The main thing right now is no need to pretend. But it is a choice. Just now I used the example of a mirror. Do you believe what you see in the mirror is true? Because right now, everybody is thinking you are the mirror. And you are thinking they are your mirror. Isn't it? You are their mirror. Because whatever you do, some people like, some people don't like. Isn't it? Those that like, they are not triggered by your nonsense. They accept you. Those that don't like are very triggered by your nonsense. That's why they don't like you. And if they don't like you, have compassion for them because they are suffering. Or it can be also be our choice to say, if they don't like me, it's their problem. Right? But Buddha's teaching teach us actual compassion. Yes, it's their problem, but we can choose. Right now is the choice is we can choose to be compassionate to them. But compassion is not idiot compassion. What is idiot compassion? You want to know? It is the compassion and love that everybody expects all of us to be. Must be good, must be nice, must be courteous, must always give in to others, must always be there for others, must always be helpful to others. You must always be this, always be that, isn't it? And then we think, we were taught that this is good, so we all want to, or we are expected to, or we are trained to believe that we have to be this. Maybe we are not that. It's just like, as Buddhists, you have to be vegetarian. I love fried chicken. I love my char-grilled steaks. But if I'm with Chinese Buddhist vegetarians, Shifu, do you eat meat? Yes, I eat all the human mind meat, Actually, yes, I eat meat, but anything is okay. Vegetarian is best. Right? Why? Sounds like hypocrite, but it is actually what I'm saying just now. They want me to be their mirror. Now you understand what I'm saying? They want me to be their mirror. They want me to be the same as them. When they want me to be the same as them, so even the clock agrees, and there's is singing, right? I don't know whether your culture have this, right? In my culture, they say, or when you speak the truth, or you say something that they say, even something agree, the clock chimes, Either the clock chimes, or the lizard will speak, So, I don't know, you have lizard or gecko in the house, it goes tick, 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 tick. Yeah. So you see, and then so therefore it is my choice to manifest to be with them. I may not agree with them, but it is my choice to manifest to be with them. Now you understand? What is Vajrayana? Is to recognize the true face of our nature and other beings' nature, they are all insecure, and everybody is looking for support and praise, because everybody is suffering and everybody don't feel good. Why there's so many self-help groups, so many this, so many that? Because everybody wants to be accepted, right? There used to be only two sexes in the world, male and female, right? Suddenly, I recently just heard there are how many? 12? How many? Don't pretend, Taiwu. Come on. Enzo, how many? You don't know? Come on. I see your face and your eyes go bling bling. Huh? You don't know? Tan Taiwu? Enzo, you don't know? Oh. Too many. Okay. So I wonder, wow, if you got 12, how many, huh? How many? How many body parts you need on your body? Right? So I always just think, so oh yes, everything is created by the mind. Everything created by a belief. And therefore, why is a belief created? A belief is created because we all feel insecure. All beings feel insecure. All beings want to find a belief. All beings want to believe in something. And so therefore they believe that by doing something and doing something, it will be good. Just like believing that exercise will make you lose weight. Sensitive topic, right? Yeah, it's very sensitive. Believing that exercise makes you lose weight, How many of you believe exercise makes you lose weight? You believe exercise makes you lose weight?
Not by itself, but yes, in combination with good nutrition, especially weightlifting.
So, my darling, let me tell you, I totally agree with you. Yes, because I need to be a mirror, right? Good! You see? Now that is real love. She knows how to love herself and she knows how to let other people be. You see? That is so beautiful. Now, I lost 10 pounds in 3 months. Not by exercising. I was trying out a plaster that I invented. And it worked. A plaster. Yeah. Medical plaster that you stick on like you stick on the body. Yeah, I invented that.
Can we get one after?
Yeah.
Find out more about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it really works, That's why, my doctor was like, how do you manage to do it? Yeah. Just for the record, I'm diabetic, and my blood sugar was really high, and after 20 over years, almost 30 years of taking medicine, the doctor said that, all the medicines are not working and I have to be on insulin jab. And then, I did a very nice high five mudra with the middle being the highest to the doctor, respectfully. I said, no. I'm not gonna listen to you. I listened to you for the past 30 years and now you're telling me that your method and your medicine's not working? Fry you. Yeah. So, I told the doctor, because the doctor told me this, you have to eat breakfast because you must eat the medicine. You have to eat dinner because you must eat the medicine. If you don't eat the medicine, then this. If you don't eat the medicine for breakfast, then that, right? So I follow, religiously. I'm never a religious person, but eating medicine, very religious, right? And then I follow everything. It seems like, no use. Then I said, I want to do something else. That is not what you believe to be. Because it is not a reality. And medicine not cheap, And so I invented my plaster. My plaster worked. Yeah, Taiwu. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, 3 months I lost 10 pounds. Yeah, it's wonderful. And now, and doctor even reduced my medicine. You see? So, what the doctor said, don't work. Not true. Right? So what did I do? I followed the Buddha's advice. Just eat 1 meal a day. You don't need to eat to look good. You don't need to eat to make the body beautiful. Just eat properly, eat well. Okay? And then that was it. I didn't exercise. I did exercise, honestly. I did mouth exercise. I said, nice jawline, right? Because I have to exercise it, right? This mouth exercise the most important, right? This most important, you people have to exercise this one, right? And so that was the so-called truth from the doctor is not true at all, right? Do some weight doesn't make you lose weight. It makes you gain weight because your muscles become big and strong and becomes toned. So then the muscle is heavier than fat. So I know my own personal experience, right? Adam, you have more muscle or more fats? You tell yourself more muscles, right? Yeah, that's it. Yes, that's a good thought. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, right? Yeah. He recently lost a little bit of weight. Me too. I lost like a quarter of an ounce. Okay? So you see, what society wants is always about using each other to fulfill one another. Right? So if it's not somebody who is close to you, you do it in a nice way and everything, externally. So we are nice to other people, but we are never nice to the person who love you and care for you. Sounds familiar? Right? Somebody didn't treat us nice. Wow, suddenly you can feel that. You see, so much healing needs to be done. Right? Somebody didn't treat us nice. Somebody didn't treat us well. The more you love them, the more they abuse us or take us for granted. Sounds familiar? Okay? Yeah. This one I call goldfish feeding each other with each other's saliva to stay alive. See, that's why I put goldfish here. See? Yeah. The goldfish, you see? Why there's goldfish? Yeah. It's to remind everybody. Goldfish, very beautiful, right? But goldfish is the most difficult fish to keep as a pet, you know? Do you know that? It's the most difficult. It is so this is a fish that is not natural, but totally created by man. By I like this aspect, I made with this fish, and then I totally create this goldfish. And if somebody liberate goldfish in the wild, it becomes food for other fish in a snap, because the goldfish really feels he's beautiful and everybody should love him. The other fish looks, you're so beautiful, I want you inside me. Right? Why I'm saying this, because I ever saw some compassionate idiots. That's why I say idiot compassion, right? So that's why now I'm saying compassionate idiots. It's my choice of manifestation. What I did, I was in a park and I saw somebody from the other side take goldfish, do animal liberation. They pour in the pond. And in a split second, a big fish, there's a liberation in the palm of the liberator's hand, you know, liberate from the fish tank into the pond. I think in 3 seconds, the goldfish in the tummy, yummy tummy of the big fish. 3 seconds. You see? So what I'm saying is this, you know, when you in terms of the idiot compassion, when you want to do something, are you feeling cold? Yes. Yeah, so you close the door, maybe. I thought you are immune to cold. And seriously, I thought you guys are immune to cold, you know. Okay, so you taught me. Keep awake also true. Yes, that's good idea. That's good idea, right? Yeah, this thing is very hot, you know. Yeah, slowly start take out everything, right? Let's take out. So idiot compassion is really big problem. Idiot compassion. What is real compassion? You want to know what real compassion is? Real compassion is we have to do something that make our own world a better place first. Have you been to school? When you were in school, did you see some teachers whom you felt that maybe this teacher's vibe is better and the other teacher was terrible? Right? You know, right? You know, yeah. Yeah. Lennox, you know it. Right? So you see, number one is that teacher who is behaving like that teacher is hurt. It just shows it. Whoever is behaving, you know, hurt people will hurt other people. So that's how you can have compassion, by not judging them first. Then you know how to adjust your mindset when you're dealing with them. Right? Hurt people will hurt other people. So number 2, when we see other people like that, and when we can say, oh yeah, this person is like that and that person is like that, what's happening? That person is behaving however that person is behaving, who is ignorant of how he or she is behaving, is his situation and his or her choice, right? But why am I triggered? Is because I have exactly the same behavior. So Mr. Tan, yeah, you know, you got the same situation. The teacher was like that. You've got to think about it. Right? Isn't it? You've got to think about it. You know, it's a choice how you want to go on, right? So whenever we are triggered by somebody's actions, or whenever we are triggered by somebody's thoughts, or whenever we are triggered, it means you are seeing your mirror. And that is the helpful mirror to see ourselves. I give you a good example. Yesterday during dinner, I was just chit-chatting and everything. After dinner, somebody come and tell me, say, "Oh, I'm sorry if I was rude." And I said, "Huh?" Because maybe somebody thought that, shouldn't say like this or shouldn't say like that and everything. So it's not natural. I know respectful, but not natural. I'd rather prefer natural, and we all can enjoy each other's company as they are. Like you see, I don't have to agree with you, you don't have to need to agree with me, isn't it? And I said that was real love. Because that person is at that level. I'm in my own space, that person is in their own space. But what is the main thing that is connecting you and I together right now? You want to know? We are all breathing the same air. Aren't we? We're breathing the same air. We all feel cold, right? So if you're getting sleepy, Mr. Tan, would you like to sit behind near the door? And when the door's open, no, it will help you, to. It's all right. I know him before he was made. Yeah, his mom, in order to have him, his mom had to do a retreat in Nepal. Yeah, because his mom was barren for a long time. Yeah, so he's special baby. Yeah, really. So this time when I told the mom and dad, say, "I'm bringing your special baby along with me to America," mom cried, at the airport. And I had to hug mommy. "Oh, don't worry, I promise you, I'll torture him." Like 5 a.m. "Mr. Tan, it's time to wake up. Got to fry and make breakfast. Start frying." Yeah. So like that, right? So whatever is happening by other people, that irritates the living shit out of myself, I say that person is really kindness. He's really very kind, because he show me my weakness, the sore points that I need to work on. Right? Whatever we see that we don't like is something that whatever I have that I need to work on. Now you feel it? Now you feel it? Okay, this is important. This is what is the truth. You see, Lord Buddha had nothing to work on. He's always sitting very serenely and always in meditation and inner smile for all beings. You scold him, he also smile. You praise him, he also just smile. You talk to him, everything, make nice offering, he also smile. You don't make offering, he also smile. He's not bothered by all these things. He's beyond, we say he's beyond all this, but the reality is, in our worldly language, he's in his own world. Perfection. Because that perfection is beyond what we can experience. That's why we offer gold on his statue. Actually, does he need it? No. They don't even need us to have a statue of him. So who needs the statue of Buddha? Who?
We do.
Huh?
We do.
Yes. Do we need or do we like? You see? First we like, then why do I have a statue of Buddha? Because if you realize, everywhere across the world, as long as there's a statue of Buddha and people see, somehow it will exude a sense of vibration, a frequency of serenity. Whether you believe in Buddhism or not, it's nothing to do with religion, right? Agree? You see, that's why, nobody puts any other religious figurines except Buddha in a spa. What is Buddha gonna do in spa, right? Right? And people are undressing and massaging, and Buddha is like. Right? Buddha is in a spa, right? He's always in a spa. That's why he's enjoying his life, yeah. Looking at all the not so good looking bodies. That's why they need to go to spa. Right? The body and mind rejuvenation. So that means it's a shit place to be, This. Every time when I look at ads, advertisements and everything, what they are trying to tell you, and I always like to look at the advertisement. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking when I look at advertisements? I share with you, okay? I always try to understand, what is the owner who is trying to sell the product trying to do? What is the designer who took money from the owner of the product trying to make me believe? You see? So that's why when I've so-called nothing to do, I do recitation or I recite mantras, and I like to look at advertisements. Honestly, this is like my own personal what do you say? Make happy to pass time. Leisurely activity. Watch advertisements. Because it tickles my mind, Yeah, it tickles my mind, you see. I always wonder, why scantily clad badly dressed youths or people, and then they some very expensive branded clothing, and the people, they look like ghosts, they sit like that, and then the eyes like, and then like, and then or something. I really want. I really wonder. And then sometimes I play, and I look at the model, the sit like this, and then I look at myself in the mirror. Oh. Right? So make yourself happy by doing funny things. Right? And then you think, do I need that to look good? Or do I need that to feel good? Do I need that to prove that I'm there? No. You understand what I'm saying? So there are many things, but so I'm sharing that what I love to look at advertisements, posters, advertisements, and things and stuff like that. So many people like to show me, oh, is this good? Is this nice? I just say, is it automatic? Is it easy? Yeah. I was thinking of I was looking at a coffee machine, and everybody was saying, is this the one? Is this good? How would I know? You are there. And then all I see is something in the I'm receiving likes from a telephone screen. I'm not seeing the thing. I'm receiving light from the telephone screen, and I'm making up a belief system of the phenomenal conditioned existence of a coffee machine by the light I'm receiving from the screen. So I'm looking at a beautiful, well developed lady, yeah, topless lady in my phone. It's a Mother Tara. That's it. Yeah. Holy Mother. Yeah. So everybody likes to ask me all kinds of things, right? So I'm just doing. I'm looking at somebody really beautiful and sexy right now. Yeah, and she's staring at me and smiling. And I'm, feeling the beat in my heart. Actually, I'm doing visualization, praying, Yeah. Oh gosh, this is what the things that I do in my mind, So sometimes I just have silly grins and I just smile for no reason. It's because I'm just thinking of something funny, right? So in Vajrayana, again, let's go back to so what is Vajrayana, right? Yeah. All these things are linked to Vajrayana. It is about bursting the bubble. So what is Vajrayana? What is Vajrayana good for? When you can burst all the bubbles that everybody is trying to bubbleize me, it's like, styrofoam, so many small white balls of styrofoam, they can make it molded into thing, right? I feel all of us are in the box of styrofoam that's molded around us to believe everything that you see is the world of every single ball of styrofoam is the world of everybody in itself. You have your world, your siblings, but each of you have your own world. Every one of us have our own world. Right? But some people have a bigger world plastered on our eyes and heart, wanting us to believe that we need them, but we don't. Remember that. They want us to believe that we need them, but we don't. So, something about Vajrayana practice that many people say, oh, Vajrayana, you need a guru, I need my guru, I need. Yes, you need your guru, because the purpose of the guru is to help us to experience our breakthroughs. But we don't need the guru to fulfill our own sense of identity and sense of security. So that's why you see these days, many people using the gurus to show off. Oh, I'm the student of this, I'm the student of that, I go to this place to receive this teaching from this lama, that lama, this and that. And they tell me and say, oh, very good for you, I rejoice for you, I rejoice you. Honestly, I rejoice you, because you can go and you can this and you can that, Yeah. They ask me, why, do I go? I say, yes, I go every day. How you go every day? My guru is here. I have a very intimate relationship with my guru. He comes in and out of me every day. Right? When I pray and everything, and I ask my guru to comes out from my heart. Right? Then after that, he goes back in. Right? I remember his kindness, to have gratitude, to have love, to cherish other beings, like that. All the different ways to appreciate each and every one of you. Like, for example, that you took the time and the effort and you actually bothered to come. And I appreciate that. I feel that is the best. You made the effort to come. And and in this time and age, what is more important than effort? What is more important than effort? Because everybody can just say, oh, I can Zoom this, I can see this through YouTube, I can this, I can that, right? But, those folks over there cannot feel the vibe right now. Cannot feel our each other's presence and energy right now. Cannot feel our joke and our each other's facial expression right now. Right? Don't worry, I'll give you my plaster. And Believe you me, it works.
Not that I need it.
Yes, of course you don't need. Nobody needs. Yeah, nobody needs. You know, where do I will even I can share all of you where to paste it. You want to know? Yeah, you just paste over your mouth. Yeah, just paste over your mouth, right? That's a special, most powerful plaster. Paste you. You still can breathe. Yeah, breakfast time paste. Dinner time paste.
Our mouth muscle.
Hmm?
How do we exercise our mouth muscle?
I show you.
Oh,
Okay, I'll show you. Lunchtime, you eat with a vengeance. Yeah, you eat with a vengeance. First, yeah, eat all the vegetables until you're like, oh, like it's like chewing cud, you know. Yes, nowadays people ask me, oh, have you eaten? I said, depends on what you are going to serve. And they say, why? Because I have allergy to vegetables. You know, yeah. These days, right? The best thing, if you don't want to eat anything, you don't say, oh, I don't like. You say, oh, I have allergy. I'm allergic to it. You know. These days, I see restaurants and they say, if you are allergic to anything, please let me know, right? So I look at the vegetables. I'm allergic. Yeah, I'm allergic to the vegetables. You know, they're so difficult to grow them, right? And they're so green and beautiful, and they give life. Wow, why eat them? So all kinds of nonsense, all kinds of nonsense, you know. Right? Yeah. So, the root, the important thing about the Vajrayana is the commitment to ourselves, to free ourselves from everything. Isn't it beautiful? It's to free ourselves from everything. And when you are free, you can manifest anything for everyone. You can manifest anything for everyone. Because right now, if I say, you know, oh, you know, you should do this for others and this for that for others, why do we fear that? Why do we have suffering when we hear that? You want to know? Because we have not freed ourselves. We are all bounded by the brand and the label of me. My identity, my belief, my race, my religion, you see, like right now, even countries that are in war with each other, you know, they both have exactly the same beliefs, they both have exactly the same suffering, they both have exactly the same happiness, and both have exactly the same fears, right? And they both hate each other. Don't we all see it? You see? So that's why when really time to each and every one of us to say we want to cultivate Buddhism, you know, how to cultivate is to first believe that you must not be a Buddhist. You must not be a Buddhist, right? Because the moment you believe that you are the label of I'm a good Buddhist, that's it, you are like half gone. You know, climb out from one hole and drop into another hole. You see? But if you say, I aspire to be a good, I borrow the Sanskrit name Bodhisattva. What does a Bodhisattva mean? What does bodhicitta? Bodhi is put one side first. Chitta means heart. Bodhi means enlightenment or awakening. So it's known as bodhicitta means the awakening heart. And when we are the living being who holds the awakening heart, it means we embrace the spirit of awakening. And isn't that better than being labeled as a follower of a religious practice or a religious tradition? That's why I said, the moment we want to choose to label ourselves and believe strongly in ourselves that I am a Buddhist, then this called climb out of one hole and drop in another hole. But you don't need to say I'm a Buddhist. You say I'm a practicing Bodhisattva. I am still practicing. Right? Sattva means being. Okay, human being or being. Bodhi, like I said, is I, which translate as I am a human being who is practicing the spirit of awakening. And isn't that what Lord Buddha would want for all of us? Then to be a follower of the Buddha. You understand what I'm saying? So what is important is we embrace the spirit of awakening, than to blindly believe religiously Buddha is good, Buddha help all beings, Buddha this, Buddha that. We are imposing idiot compassion on Buddha. We want Buddha to manifest that idiot compassion for me, myself, and I. Now do you understand? Right? This person is my good friend because that person give me everything that I want and I need. Right? That means I'm a demanding person, and most probably I'm a bully. That's why he's my good friend. Or she's my good friend. Right? But one is a genuine friend. My heart-to-heart friend is, my heart-to-heart friend can make me jealous when he's having a good meal and he video and tell me, say, hey, look what I'm eating. Right? And he will trigger, and then when I'm having a good meal and a video, and he say, quick, throw the food to me through the phone and feed me. But then you know, you are not, we are real to each other. When we have something to eat or something to drink, we think of one another. I feel that is more beautiful than to say, this is my good friend because my good friend will give me this, will give me that and everything. Which goes back to the beginning of the talk I said. A relationship, if you need one another to complete one another, is like goldfish kissing, giving each other water to survive. Right? It always looks like goldfish are kissing. You know why? Because in a fish tank, when you got food, all the fish come together and they want to eat that food, and they all look like they are kissing. And then goldfish is very slimy. Right? So that's why I come and look at a goldfish. Nice. Totally invented by us, but not natural. But look around. Even this building is invented by us and not natural. This building is invented by our mind and not natural. Okay? So Vajrayana Buddhism's main purpose is to help us to hold a commitment to ourselves that we want to be the being that is the holder of the light of awakening. That's why in Buddhism, we don't practice idiot compassion. We practice wisdom with compassion. Means light with compassion. Not just compassion without the light. So, study Buddhism is important in the beginning. But experiencing Buddhism is fundamental for personal growth. Okay? But to be a beautiful being for for all beings and the beings around, and for the people around us, we have to start to face ourselves and how we can learn from the past and how we can purify the hurt, and so that we can change. But we can only change if we want to change, you know. We can only, for example, right? I give you a good example. We can only change when we want to change. I have a friend, a good friend, who always believe cooking one particular dish is to put salt and not put sugar. I told him, putting salt is good, but desserts are supposed to taste sweet. You know? I tell you, he's got a warped taste bud, right? He's got a warped taste bud, and he really believed that this particular, you know, who eats salty bananas? I ask you, who eats salty bananas? This good weird friend, right? He likes the banana, and then, you know, put a lot of salt, and then he deep fry. Then after that, slow deep fry, it becomes almost crispy, you know, and then it becomes a chewy. And so I'm just wondering why he does these things, you know. I said, I don't know why you do it. I don't know why you enjoy it, but desserts are meant to be sweet. You know, I said, this is like you are, you know, then he tells me, say, you are Dharma practitioner, right? Dessert is merely labeled in your mind, right? So, sweet and salty is also a manifested reality, isn't it? What you say is true. Put chili, put more chili, eat. It is only in your mind that it burns. Right? Make sure eat we say, you call bird's eye chili. Is it, I think called bird's eye, the very small, somebody told me it's called bird's eye chili. Right? We call it chili padi. Right? I say, you eat this one. Scoville is only 1 million. Right? Just eat this one. It's conditionally exists only. Its reality is no problem for you. Put it with your banana, you banana. Right? So my good friend, right? So he studied Buddhism, and he used Buddhism against me. Right? And then I said, I don't know much, I don't study much. I just go by feeling to express to you. Desserts are meant to be sweet. That's all. Right? So like I just want to share, you know, I have crazy friends. It's okay, Kelly, if you need, you can just
My legs are asleep.
huh?
My legs are asleep.
Your legs are asleep?
Yeah.
Don't worry, you know how to wake them up?
Yeah.
Huh? You just need to do star jumps, or, you know, yeah, do splits, do yoga, do right. Sitting on the floor is an Asian thing. Yeah. Oh, there's something I think only Asians can do, but you all cannot do. Really, I'm telling you, we are masters of it. We can squat. I'm sure you cannot. Right? Yeah. We can squat. Yeah. I used to think everybody can squat until as I have more friends that are non-Asian, and then I say, can you go to bathroom? They say, where's the toilet bowl? There, that one lah. That is you just squat. I cannot. I cannot squat. So yeah, so anyway, I learn new things along my life, and we all laugh at the situation, right? That we are all in. Okay? So understand Vajrayana Buddhism to be like that. It's supposed to help us burst our own bubbles so that we know how to love ourselves, so that we can be happy with ourselves. And then when we're happy with ourselves, then we will not be triggered by other people's conditioned emotions. Alright? Any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Why ask questions, right? Drink coffee and tea. Better. I assure you, coffee and tea time, everybody asks questions. Can I ask you something? You just did, man. Right? Or can I ask you something? I'm not something. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
You're talking about idiot compassion, which I'm sure many of us have done. Compassionate act.
Oh, this is excellent. Thank you. Idiot compassion is whenever you need something and you come to me, out of compassion, oh, you need something, I fulfill your wish. Like, you need money, I give you money. Oh, you need more money, I give you money. Oh, you need more money, I give you more money. Then it's idiot compassion. Wise compassion, what happened to you? First show care and concern. What happened to you? Why do you need this amount of money? Right? It is not the money. I want to know deeper what happened. How can we help? Do you need somebody to help you to see beyond? Right? And then if you are sick or something, if really I cannot, maybe we can ask around everybody can help. Just like, I had one student who's Malaysian, and he was in Singapore and he found out to have I can't remember what sickness. Anyways, some sickness. I think cancer or something like that. Then but he was it was a very difficult situation for him. And so he didn't know whether to say or not, or what to say, or how to say, or who to say, or why you need to say, right? Or what is the right amount of information to share. And I just see, surrounded by fear. And then what the first thing I said then, you're safe with me. Slowly tell me what happened. Then, if I don't know, we ask each other. We ask all the other Dhamma friends to help. And true enough, everybody chipped in, everybody gave whatever they could, got enough money, go for treatment, and then he recovered, and then his problem solved. And then he also learned how to further take good care of his own health and condition. So that is compassion with wisdom rather than idiot compassion. Oh, you need, okay, I just give him money, just give him money, just give him money. No, cannot. Right? Understand? So, when easy to use money. Money is something that triggers everybody. Money triggers every single person. Okay? So any other question? Yes.
I really like what you have to say about making the transition. So I wonder if you'd be willing to say a little bit about how you begin experiencing compassion. How do we take that first step
Okay. Thank you for asking. So it is similar to idiot compassion and compassion with wisdom. So now, how do we apply? We must apply with wisdom. And how do we apply the practice with wisdom for ourselves? For so first it must start. First it must start with when we are triggered. The first thing we do is what? What is the first thing we do? We blame ourselves. How can I be like this? How can I be like this? Oh, I'm lousy, I'm no good, I'm this and that, right? And how come we can say these things about ourselves? It's because somebody said this to us when we were young. Right? Like when I was young, honestly, I learned English very late, so I couldn't spell many words. And my relative did this to me. You're so stupid, like this. So whenever I couldn't spell or I couldn't understand the vowels and the sounds and everything, I say, "Oh, I'm so stupid." I'm sure such things happen to all of us. But it happened to me because English is also not my native language, right? Naturally not my native language. So then now when somebody says you're stupid, last time I'm very triggered, Then how did it become that I can accept? Oh, thank you for saying I'm stupid. First, it goes to the point that I start to have compassion for myself first. I start to have compassion for myself first. I start to first tell myself, oh, let me first feel, instead of compassion for others, I need to feel it for myself first. I need to feel that I need to accept my past first. I need to accept that English is not my main language. I need to accept that Cantonese dialect was my only language that I knew as a child. I don't even know Mandarin. I didn't even know Mandarin or the Chinese language that everybody believes it to be. I didn't even know. I only spoke dialect, like a village boy. Right? So it was very difficult. When as a child, 5 years old, 6 years old, I remember I was watching Muppet Show. It was like a trend. It was a big thing that anything from the West is the best, So my cousins and everybody, they were older than me. We were watching Muppet Show. I can tell you, I just smile and laugh along. I only understood less than 10% of what. Do you remember Muppet Show? There's two old men always talking. You know, I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. No, then they just like the ha 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 ha. There was like till now. Maybe I didn't watch for such a long time. Maybe I will understand now. But I remember until 8, 9, or 10 years old, I don't know what they're laughing about. The people are cracking jokes, and I'm still figuring out the translation inside me. So this stupid boy was very hurt. Stupid boy was very hurt until one day I broke down in school. And I remember I was that year I was I think you call grade 3. So I was 9 years old. That year, I always remember that year, Halley's Comet, 1983. I think, 1983. I remember that year at Haley's Comet. So, school principal's office next to my classroom. Teacher was talking and school principal talked to me and I am like, I understand what you are saying, but it doesn't register in me. So I started to cry because I was very afraid of the school principal. Right? And that school principal, because I cried, he was very concerned. He wasn't scolding me. He just squat down at my eye level and he gave me a hug. He says, I understand. And then he just told me, say, you're not stupid. We all take time to learn. Right? So I really appreciated that. Then the first time in my life, an adult tell me, say, I'm not stupid. But it was, they call me stupid. I grew up being labeled stupid. So you understand? I was hurt. I was very sad. I had low self-esteem because everybody called me stupid. So then, when I practice, when I'm 20s and everything, teenager, 16 years old, I went to Nepal. I opened my heart to my guru. And my guru says, he was very loving, very understanding, very kind. So that's why I love him, right? Later he told me, say, you see, now I'm always loving, kind and everything to you. That's why you're very close to me. Because one day I asked him, so what is the practice that I need to do to become like you? His answer blew me off this universe. He said, now you be me to you in you. His English also not so good, but he speak also few words. But he spoke Tibetan. You be me to you in you. Exact word he said, right? So I remember this in very heartfelt. So I accepted, I prostrated myself. I didn't have much money, so I gave him a Kit Kat. And then also, when I was young, I did many crazy things, right? So I offered my guru Japanese toothpaste. I told him it was Japanese toothpaste, right? Actually, it was a tube of wasabi. Yeah, it's who can read Japanese in a Tibetan monastery, right? So when I went, so it was fun. Yeah, and then I had shoes flying to me the next morning. I said, who used this to brush teeth? Right? So like this, yeah. Okay, so I was like, can I be mischievous? Can we have fun? Right, make fun of one another. Yes, sure, why not? You see, being Buddhist doesn't mean you need to be holy moly, you know. Yeah, it's not about being holy moly, you know. It's about being loving, compassionate, fun, you know. Our heart to heart can have a connection, you know, and don't judge. So from there it started. I be my guru to me, in me. That was how my world started to shift. Whenever I face difficulties in my life, you see, again? Yeah. Whenever I face difficulties in my life, I always think, I be my guru to me, in me. How did my guru Geshe Lama Kunjo himself, how he did? My guru, when he pretend angry, you know, he would take a radish and throw at me, you know. You know, radish very brittle, right? You just tap and then it breaks. Yeah, so you just take the radish and tap and then it breaks. So it's like, oh, then I'll go, oh, actually, you know, it's just drama. No? Oh, then he looks at me and says, wow, so big reaction. Right? But yeah. So like that is we can make things fun during the learning curve. But first experience the compassion for ourselves. First we need to experience the love for ourselves. That was how I did it. I can't speak much for how other people or what's the right way. The experiencing part, I always remember, you be me, in you, yeah, like this. Okay? This is, I just repeat the words of my guru without adding or change, make the English right. Yeah. Okay? Any other question? Yes.
This is a weird question. I was eating broccoli, and it was organic, and then I put it in some water. But when I took it out,
I don't want to answer as a Buddhist. Rather, I answer as a human being holding the heart of awakening. If there's something doing this to you and it's move, don't hurt it. Because you are God at that time. Just take it out and put it somewhere.
how does a little thing know how to do that? It just seems so tiny to be acting like it wanted mercy.
Yeah, I mean, ants are tiny too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, every being is suffering from fear because every being has a great vessel that holds on to this thing called identity. Because of identity, we suffer. That's all. Okay, another question? Yes, no more?
There's one question for online, which is, what is the effect of ceremony tablet? And is it that the bigger the size, the more effective it will be?
This person want me to answer the way he wants to listen. Oh yes, yeah. Bigger the size. The bigger the better. Isn't it? Everybody wants it bigger, these days. The bigger the better. And yeah, what's the meaning? What's the meaning of the ceremonial tablet? It's the same, when you put pictures of your family and your loved ones in your house. What's the meaning? Right? Because you love them, you care for them, you want to remember them in that moment. So when in the temple, when you have these things, the ceremonial tablets, you remember them, you love them and everything, and we do this ceremony and prayer and recitations, and we do dedication for them. It's the same. Okay? Yeah. So for the bigger is better part, it's up to you. Big chili doesn't mean more powerful than the small one. Right? Yeah, but for some things, bigger is better, but doesn't mean it holds true for anything else. So it all depends. Okay? It all depends. Alright? So thank you for coming. Let's complete the night so we can have some tea and maybe we get something to eat, and it's nice and it's cold outside, right? Okay. May our precious body mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. Okay? May your awakening heart continue to blossom and grow. May your awakening heart be bright and clear, so that it's really beautiful that you are the bringer of light. Especially winter is coming. Your winter is coming. Yeah. somebody said winter is coming, right? And then, so then I learned a good lesson. Wow, your music is coming. So I have a friend from Australia, and he said, "What do you mean winter is coming? Your winter is coming, not my winter." Right? So because northern hemisphere winter, southern hemisphere summer, right? So just to crack a joke, right? How come Buddhism don't really exist in the southern hemisphere? This is more in Mandarin, right? Okay, so you don't know? Because Nan Wu Amitofo. In the south there's no Buddha. When they say Namo, they always write Nan as in south, Mo they write don't have. So in the south, don't have Buddha. Nan Wu Amitofo, no Amitabha Buddha. So I always joke, why Buddhism don't flourish in southern hemisphere? Because the south have no Namo, Nan Wu. Yeah, I know it's just a stupid joke. Please don't tell the whole world. And oh my gosh, I forgot this is streamed. cut, you know. Just, yeah. Okay, thank you. Good night and start the good supper. Because it is your supper, but it's my breakfast. Thank you.
Okay, please offer Rinpoche some prostrations before you leave. Thank you.